Jesus Christ is born, not only in Bethlehem, but every year anew. He is born in our hearts. And because of this, people come together for the good of the community. Jesus draws us together. Signs and wonders are happening around Christmas this year. Maybe they always do, but this year, I see them more clearly. Community leaders in Port Angeles and Sequim did an unusual thing. They volunteered to spend a night in homeless shelters and on the street. They walked in the shoes of a homeless person, at least for a night. Serenity House and many other agencies came together as Clallam Cares for an inspiring and also honest assessment of what works and what doesn't work with the services they provide. Visions are shared where people's needs are met, where housing and jobs are found, where cooking and parenting skills are acquired by those who need them, where families thrive. Local businesses and many volunteers bring a skating rink into town for all of us to enjoy, winter activities. And the Lincoln Theater produces a show for the first time in years. The downtown area is buzzing with life, and I hope the local stores are full of shoppers. Every community needs local business to thrive, for all to thrive. New task force emerge, new partnerships. The superintendent of the school district invites the community to coffee chats. The Compassion Campaign brings unlikely people together. I sense that there is energy and connectivity in our community, and I rejoice. For there are many challenges. But when people talk with each other and work together in a spirit of generosity and cooperation, chances are much better that we will be able to take those on. Jesus will show us the way. Jesus is the light that guides us. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. We see Jesus' light before us, and even though there is darkness left and right, we follow the light. Jesus' message is crystal clear. A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. This is not optional. This is a commandment. Now, some of you might ask, how can I be commanded to love? How can I be commanded to feel something? I cannot command my heart to feel one thing or another, and that is right. While we strive to shape and refine our feelings in more positive ways and loving directions, much of what we feel is instinctive, not easy to control. However, the love Jesus is talking about, agape, is not that much of a feeling. It's more an attitude, a determination to show goodwill to one another. And that is something we can control. We can make the decision to show goodwill to people we like, people we dislike, and even people we outright despise. And that will be the decisive skill in bringing this or any other community together to agree on common values and common goals and to make good things happen. Goodwill, agape, love is the key. Thankfully, Jesus didn't only talk about this because, well, talk is cheap, right? No, Jesus actually did it. He walked the talk. I'm amazed, in awe, humbled, and grateful because our God became flesh. God walked in my shoes. When God came to earth in form of Jesus Christ, the son of a woodworker and a young woman. A man who was born into a simple life in a complicated world. And Jesus shows us how to do it, how to show goodwill to people close to us, to people far from us, to people we like, to people we don't like. I remember the time when Jesus met Levi and ate with him and other tax collectors in Levi's house. And people gather in front of the house and say, "What? How can he do this? Tax collectors are bad people. They betray us, and he's eating with them." But Jesus didn't stop. He shows goodwill to Levi, and Levi follows him. Or that other time when Jesus looks with the woman from Samaria at the well, and his disciples come back and are quite surprised to find him talking with a woman from that weird place alone. But Jesus shows her goodwill, and she brings more people to Jesus than all of the other disciples taken together. Whose shoes do you need to walk in today? Maybe the shoes of your spouse who drives you crazy because she's so nervous about Christmas preparations. Maybe the shoes of your neighbor who just refuses to cut down that tree which hangs over your property. Maybe the shoes of your child who throws a tantrum every morning before school. Maybe the shoes of that political commentator on cable TV who makes you so mad every time you happen to be on that channel. I don't know. I don't know who presents the biggest challenge to your ability to show goodwill today. But I do know that somebody does. Because that is just how we are as human beings, imperfect, self-centered. And that is why we need Jesus, God made flesh, to show us the way. I wish you a very Merry Christmas and many blessings in the year to come. Amen.